Hi, hello. So in this video, you'll see and you'll learn how to set up your story, how to use your story to make you more well known, how to structure it, how to build it, what to talk about. It'll be introductory. We'll use examples from Mr. Grant Cardone, the Cardone University education. To give examples inside of our Make Bands application, and a little example of what we have for you in the video a little later when we get started. And on Make Bands, you can find it here yourself. You click Get Started, click Home, and you'll see some of the latest installments from Make Bands, such as Mr. Grant Cardone himself's story that we broke down from his video. So middle seats and the data, we have one of his pages. So let's click and show you everything in the story here. Here's the story we created from the video. Right here, tons of stuff. And then like some of these, like one of them, we created more details or threads for those categories of stories. And inside one of these threads, we actually loaded up a video for some entertainment in the story. So if you want to know how to get your story done, hear more from the Google Grant Cardone, and see how it's done dynamically inside Make Bands straight from the whiteboard to be able to have your story produced like this. Today you're going to learn from myself, this is for educational purpose and entertainment. We have a video that we will doing a demonstration from of Mr. Grant Cardone himself. The purpose for making this video is to further elaborate on the techniques and skills that Grant gives you and the ability to use them in today's time with your own idea or opportunity. So what we'll do is let Grant introduce his purpose for making his video, and we'll stop when we can start to incorporate it into a real-time system, and we'll catch back up and let Grant provide us with more data to build on. So Grant, Mr. Grant Cardone. I would like to say thank you to the Cardone University and his partner, Mr. Brandon. I appreciate his communication and advice that he provides in his video footage and encouragement. Go ahead and check out his channel on YouTube, Brandon Dawson, and of course, Grant Cardone, Uncle Grant, Uncle G, Master. So here we go. Oh, no need to play maybe his music, but this is his video, I guess. So we kind of just want to help the world use what he provided, not just let it sit in a book, but learn how to utilize it, activate it, and apply it. So let's continue. That's rubber bowl, the blind. All right, no further ado. So right there, he tells you he was trying to get known. So he say he had a pitch and he used this pitch in his attempts to get known.
Hey, my
Cardone went through it. As he described further in this video, he used the tactics that were an option to me in the beginning of my business ventures, which was the door-to-door, and he'll tell you better ways that you can use these days to
people to get to know you well.
that's 100 what he's doing. So he would market online, is what he told you. And he's going to break that down, how he would do it or what he would do it about whiteboard. I'm going to use technology that I built and put together to expand upon his knowledge on the whiteboard so that we can see it in a dynamic, fluid way in real time. Maybe it could be helpful. It's been helpful for me.
About his marketing.
Grant goes big. He says it's his job to tell you. So you basically telling it to someone else.
Bro, look, I'm not a celebrity.
Myself, you don't know me from a different programmer, from a different infrastructure technology expert. And you don't know all of maybe the infrastructure we have laid out over the last 2 years. And you may have not heard from Forbes magazine and Tech magazine and Entrepreneur magazine about the work we have done over at Computer World Modern Inc. So our research in technology and development, our scaling, our systems, and our ability to further the research that's available.
$1 billion. No,
Now we're going to get right into how we're going to do it. What he's doing now is explaining what he went through, why he was able to do it. What he's going to tell you now is basically how to get your story. This is Mr. Grant Cardone, a speaker, a father, a family man, a coach, a real estate investor. He's going to show you how you can evolve, how you can create a story around what you're already doing. And his process, if you were to use it, you could expand it. So you could do it from a piece of paper. You could do it on your phone. You could do it in Google Docs. You could go sheets. You could do it on a whiteboard like Grant. Grant will tell you he's done this 6 times already on the whiteboard, right? So in my story, I haven't been where Grant is at, but I've been through doing things over and over that you need to be able to overcome. He can, even if he wrote it down 6 more times, that's fine. But what you'll see, what I'm doing and providing in this video is how to get the most out of capturing, copying, and writing down your data. Whiteboards are fine. I loved PowerPoints as a kid. I was a 7th grade expert at PowerPoint slideshows. So with our research, it became very important to expand the capabilities of inputting your data and what you can get out of it. Grant is going to tell you about how to create your story. Grant has a story. Grant's the real estate investor, the guru, right? You can write it on a piece of paper. You can do it like Mr. Cardone does it, writes it on the whiteboard. He'll say he's done it 6 times already. What you'll see today is how we input the data and get our results back in a tree format to give relationships to each data entry that we put in there. It's kind of like a dynamic. It's like well, you'll see. It's the dynamic It's the whiteboard. Dynamically collected. So let's build our story. Load it up. So Grant's extending his story with the who, the what, the why, the how. Now in this description section, we could write everything on the board just to have it in a summary. It also gives us the ability to individualize each channel, each section, each category. And that's what we'll be doing next. So as simple as you see, we started a basic client here. Our client is just our story. We've got our story will be about who, what, why, and we'll add more and take away more, give more, be more descriptive and more straightforward. And from here we'll listen to Mr. Grant Cardone and hit save. Mr. Grant Cardone is a busy man and he wants you to get down to the guts though. Who, what, why, the passion. What did he really mean? What do you really want? think Mr. Cardone will be rapid firing off several of our channels, and we can elaborate further in our channels with more details and information. So let's get some channels ready.
If you are without one thing, all those things in your story, right? Those are your story. Don't look for lyrics.
There you go. It's all your story. You get a chance to. Hey, we only got one. I'm so used to seeing hundreds. Okay, so you familiar with edit? You can edit it and delete it. Click right on story directly to dive into the information of a story and the story campaign of housing. Everything about the story can be found here in the shareable address in the link. And let's get ready to add what we'll be diving into the subjects of our story. So
About the lyrics, you have
the what, the what?
just like you and just like a rapper experience.
Let's get ready. This is the part. These are the self issues that he's talking about. Figure out the problems you're having so you can create your story. Problems and the successes. Okay, so we could actually go into that a little further. And let's let them guide us down the
Another
road.
list right here. Your story.
All right. So technically, we could have, instead of just put story, we could have added the name Grant Cardone, but that's cool. What we'll do is we'll extend upon it and take it as an extension of the story. So it's story. You'll put your name basically, right? All right. And here, if you were going to keep track, well, of the amount, the limited amount, if you want to go into limit the amount of a shareable interaction with this part of your story, then you would keep the number low. Say, for instance, you didn't want to necessarily make this a collectible part of your story, then you would put the 0. But if you wanted others to be able to collect and interact with your story, further abilities, then you could add a number somewhere from, let's say, 1 to 100,000. or 1 to 10,000. Alright, let's let Mr. Cardone. So far, Mr. Cardone has blown your minds with talking about how to create the story. And you already have an idea of what he's going to be talking about. But you haven't done it in an expanded way. See, the great things about success is practice. Mr. Cardone is practicing right now and getting better at expressing his story on the whiteboard. He's working out, right? He's muscle memory, writing down his own story. He's not telling you about your story. He's telling you about he's writing his story. He's doing his work. He's working out. So if you can decipher his method and replace his information with yours or what you know about for what story you're trying to create, then you can take advantage of his strategies and techniques and system. This is like one of his business systems. So yes, we admire Mr. Grant for his exercises. He's exercising right now, and through this repetition, it becomes habit forming. So it's not a foreign thing to talk about. So he's teaching you right now how to do this. Now, how do you take advantage of this? By besides just watching it and looking at it, you can hop over into Make Bands, type in the word story, and type in your name. Wow, you just maximize your story by 20%. Now, we'll be watching a few more minutes in the video, and he'll tell you further how you can maximize your story with just thinking about what you do or what you've done, accomplishments, successes, and failures. So, Mr. Grant Cardone, we added Grant Cardone to the story, and we viewed the Grant Cardone, and we went back to the main story that we started first. So from here, we can add more to the story by hitting add channel and listen for what we should build upon, add next here. So we added the Mr. 10X because Mr. Grant Cardone added. Here's Mr. 10X, and then we can add a row up there too. Also, that is also pretty cool if that's enabled or not. But we click on Mr. 10X here. So Mr. Stories building, you add your own nicknames or aliases in here as Mr. Grant is building up his profile. You know, he's having fun here. Really creating the story. So yes, from here we can view Mr. 10X. We set it with the quantity of 100K. For now, we'll just view the client, which is the topic. The main topic is the story, who, what, why, where. And if we wanted to edit this with the failures and successes instead of just the who, what, why, when, where, how, then we would just hit the add button. Edit it here to like that. And so from here we go back to viewing the client here. Okay, and we're back. So inside of our story, we have two channels, Mr. Grant Cardone, Mr. 10X. They both have a quantity to share, and that's here inside of our story. You can view, edit, and delete them. And add more.
Hey, Mr. 10X.
Okay, Uncle G. After Mr. 10X, he became Uncle G. once you get these in here, you can elaborate on them like this is part of your story. Uncle G. This isn't make bands. Application Computer World Modern Ink software we created in the summer of 2022. From a machine system creation, custom built, online cloud-based software, infrastructure on premise and off premise. Uncle G. Yes. So I'm the guy who tells you how to manipulate the data to get it to work for you. Unless you're gonna go, I have a whiteboard. I've used the whiteboard. I've used the whiteboard before I created Make Bands, the application we're using here. And since then, I've used the whiteboard once or twice. So before then, I was using the whiteboard since I got it maybe at least 1 to 3 times a week. It's not that you don't need to draw on the whiteboard anymore. It's that this can maintain more than the whiteboard could ever. I mean, it can maintain whiteboards. I mean, like if you still want to use a whiteboard, use the whiteboard and log it inside of your Make Bands. But then you can expand it in Make Bands. So it's optional opportunity. Mr. Grant Cardone, Uncle G, Master G. So if we go, I know this works on the clients. Let's use it on channel. So as a quick input, quick channel, you would go Master G, and then you add row. Right on the quick side, just needed to get it in there really fast. There you go. Right, that's done. So we got Uncle G, we got Master G. So what do we have next? Mr. Uncle G, G. Uh-huh. Oh, Uncle G taking off on us. Uncle G, he about to take off on this side. Alright. Let's get back. We went Master G. Uncle G. All that good stuff. Come on. Come on. Come on, if you could, I know you would write each and every one of our whiteboards for us. If you could, I believe it. I believe it, man. Since you can't, we can all do this cloud-based whiteboard. Come on, So I Since I created it, let me try it again. So let's go. This is the quick input, quick entry. Let's see how useful the quick entry is. Master. I think you gotta click on it. If it's quick, you gotta actually click on it. You gotta click on it and maybe update it or something. If not, we just do it, 2022 way. So they go Master G. So it did. And then I guess we hit edit maybe. Maybe sound good. I believe it. That may have been Master G. Let's see what Master G. Grant, Uncle G. Let's finish this process. View the story. Add channel. Type Master G. I think he said something about college. Let's go check him out. Master G. Promise to get the quick edit fixture removed. Cool. Master G. Let's see what he said. 814. Hopefully this can help everyone that's attending the lesson.
Uncle G, right? Same thing. It comes down the story. When he gives you this assignment to sit down.
Bam, there you go. He's a college grad. He graduated, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle G is a college grad. Oh, hold on, man. Hold on, Uncle G. College grad, father, husband. I got you. Son. I got you. College grad, father, son. We won't rain in it. It's fine. Yeah, his alma mater. I hear him. College grad. Get that in there for you. Oh, I know why that. Okay, I do know why that didn't work, because channels are different than clients, because channels need an attachment. It needs a client to be known by, to be known for, to be attached to. So you can't just randomly create a channel without it being a part of a client. So that's why so that's something we get to remove. Pretty cool. So for now, since we keep ending up in the channel section, we just keep hopping through to father, husband. I think collaboration of one or more of these two fiber. This is fiber and it's separate. Keep it separate. See, when I first viewed this video, I looked at this list and I was like, whoa. I was so confused I didn't even want to like view the video. It was just like, it was like an explosion in the microwave of too much stuff. But I actually sat through it before I thought about make bands or anything. I sat through it and he put it together. He started from a blank board, so he put it together very tightly, yet he put it together. And because it was so tight, and that was like maybe the thumbnail or the result, thought it would be like very, very, very difficult to understand and learn. And it wasn't that difficult. It was very thorough. The difficult part would be to add your own story, make this your own story. And the beauty of make bands is you can do it easily. I'm doing now, so husband, right? And when you write your stories, you don't have to have them on the whiteboard. I mean, if you want them on the whiteboard, because this way you can copy and share it with others, or just keep it, keep building upon it for documentation until you come up with results from the research. Alright, we caught up with Uncle G.
Okay, this list is gonna get real big.
Yes, he's a business owner, ladies and gentlemen. Bet you. He's a business owner, no doubt. Yeah, so this was built June 2022. Business owner. So we add a new channel. Get up there in the channels. Forget to add them as a business. Alrighty. Yes. What else, Mr. Grant Cardone? Talk to us.
Anything to do with business owner.
Oh. Let's let him say that again. What he really meant by that.
Okay, this list is gonna get real big. Anything to do with 2000.
Sure did, buddy. I hear that. When all of his buddies and friends didn't. If you haven't checked this out, go check this video out.
Huge quarterback story.
just told us right there, 2008, he survived bankruptcy, and guess what? Guess what? He's a real estate investor. Let's get that right. Yes. So if you do data entry, I guess if you was building your own business, this would be kind of important to you. Data entry is as simple as entering your name or email in the form. So it can get very elaborate though with the information that you choose to form your data entry around. Okay, so yeah, what did he say? 2008, and then he said we gotta listen to Mr. Grant. So we almost done here. His whiteboard's almost filled up.
Anything to do with business owner.
Sure did. He's a real estate investor. He's telling his story. around. Update it. Measure this. Drop back. So if you're not keeping your game uptight and up to date on your infrastructure with your business, you're missing out. You could be doing this autonomously, simultaneously.
That's part of my story.
Well, that's part of the story you want to share, huh? When they hit the whiteboard, huh? If it's going to hit the whiteboard, hit make bands. It works for me. Last year, I'm 100 times more solid than the start of from June. The software has ramped up, and make bands has gradually upgraded along the way. We now have a duplicate button for the inventory, and we can pass that along to our channels and clients. But as of right now, you can duplicate, copy something over, and reword it, just clone it. So, gotta remember some of that. Mr. Cardone, what about that investment?
Proud of. I lost the entire game.
Uh-huh. Hold on, before you tell them that. You said $1.8 billion in real estate. All right, so let's continue. 1.8, 1.9, almost 2, close, pretty close. 0.8, so you got about 100, 200 more million. Racking numbers. It's 2 years ago. It's a 2-year-old video, ladies and gentlemen. The power of make bands to translate past information and future. Okay, so he said 1.8 billion in real estate. Invested. Alrighty. And I'm pretty sure that's the group of the group. But all in all, your business, which is great, Mr. Cardone. Hope you're having fun, feeling for air in the jet. Here we go. We got all that in there. So far, flip it. 1.8 B. Invested.
Oh, he's always
B for
bragging.
day. Bragging. If you're not telling your story, You're not telling your story. Okay. One day, but it starts here. It starts in the gym, in the lab, in the office. It starts in the kitchen. It starts right where you at, right now. One day, your story will be out there, but what are you doing to work on it? What are you doing to advance it? You, you know what I'm saying? He's expressing being known and popular enough to be known, to be known about. For introduction, it not being so hard to find some relevancy to what you are about or what you are bringing. Getting over that hump and deciding to write it down, it's a part of your story. He went back to the channel, to the client. We calling all that to the left, the client, the story, the what, the accomplishments, the failure, the problems. He went back to the client, and from the client, he chose an area to focus on that he didn't have a hard time with at the time, which was the problems. So, boom, now he has a niche or a category. So now he can come up with something he's familiar with. Boom, he said drug addict. Boom. He said, is that important enough to write down? He's writing it down. So you can see, once you create a structure or a system, you can use the system and place yourself or different pieces and parts of the system and have the system work itself out, like systematically. So yeah, I think he he said he said it. He was writing it down. So that's not on the list yet. That comes right after the 1.8 billion in real estate invested. See, yeah, sure. Why not? But it didn't go in that order if you listen to his story. So he's bringing it together though. So, and when he chooses to tell the story, he may not tell it in that order. He's building the story now and writing it down. So, I think, I don't know if this is gonna let me write it in here. Yeah, I guess it will let me write it in. AI. Okay, so let's confirm that that's where he's going, in that direction.
Okay, launch my man.
Yeah, he's going into problems and stories. Okay, he got it. He's going that direction. We're going on it, Mr. Cardone. I do this for you, and to give you some energy back, and for everyone else in the world. Need that energy back. Need a place to. So I tried it today, and along with this video, the login registration is working. I have to create a band, shield, pin at the time of registration that you have to remember, must remember. In order to log in. So that's up to date. So let me see where he's going, how far, because you know this can spawn. Now he's gonna see where he can bounce. We never know how he can bounce back from this type of data. So we'll see what all this boils down to. Right now, I think we'll be able to catch up. It's keeping order and track. It's like a little cloud device. You can go page by page too. I think. They got 2 pages. 2 pages. I think it's 10 per page. Maybe something like that. Yeah, 10.
What else? Story becomes part of what you're going to do. 11. Forget one.
Communicate. Okay, right there. Those lines that drawn out. The lines that he was drawing out. Those lines are relationships to the story, which those lines are dynamic arms glue, right? So the story is here where his hands are, we also have the story up top here, which has the same dynamic lines in relationship to the story. And in each one of these, we can, like he says, that's how we create our story. We can start to talk about each one of these receptacles, these tentacles of the story. On Grant, on G, on D. Oh, let's not forget to hook it all the way up and put marketer and speaker in there. So as I'm listening to Mr. Grant Cardone deliver an exceptional business systems presentation. He said marketer and all right, just about rounding up here. 11:27.
Storylines about.
He's a speaker. Yes, it's true. I boost relevancy of data.
I'm a speaker. You see,
Remind him. Remind him one time that he is a speaker. So as you can see, it was as easy as that. And then you say, what did he do it for right there? I mean, the whiteboard is, this is in your phone. Now from here, you can write stories on each. Just as simple as it was to write each topic inside a story, it's even as simple to write a actual piece of content, a topic, a punchline, tagline, a headline, a title, a statement, a comment about each one of these channel topics. So you can begin to see that you can become real-time, dynamic, and fluent, and just keep growing. You don't have to start in here with your story. You can start with your business or something else. So I think he said he's a speaker. Speaker, like a, not a microphone. Okay. What else, Mr. 10x it. I know you got a 10x it from here. Let's go.
Remind me what I did.
What? Nah, yeah, man. What they say? It's true, you ain't brother. Oh, go ahead, say it.
True. It ain't right.
Oh.
Or maybe it's fake.
He said 3 million miles in American Airlines. That's in there. Come
Middle seats.
on. Middle seats. Cold nuts. That's part of the story. That's that's part of that 3 million mile story. Oh, this is what we do. This is the part where we get to delve into finally adding more interest to our channels. So, fun part next. Okay, now I will start it on here and update it off screen. We have a dynamic drag and drop editor, and it is usable outside of this screen share. Let's dive into what he said, airlines. So we dive into airlines, just like we created everything else, channels. We get down here to screens and add a content, and I think he said cold nuts, middle seats. So these can be two pieces of content. You could talk about middle seats and cold nuts if you chose, right? So cold nuts. Alright, this is where the content is for you and private use or unlisted use per se. So you could write extra. This will not show up on the default display. Extra. And then we have password enabled protected pages. So you can add a password if you choose and only be able to access this page you create with that password. Or not access, you can land on the page, but you can't access the data that you are saving right now without a password. So and then the no code is for our dynamic drag and drop editor. So we just hit add screen and it's in there. Let's see if I can oh, that's all we were doing. We weren't even adding much to it. You can add a description if you want. You don't have to jump off screen. Okay. Oh. Cold nuts. Master G. That's what Master G ain't going. That would be interesting. Okay, Master G. There we go. Yeah, I would make a little sense. It's been fun. Okay, so we clean with the cold nuts. Now the cold nuts should come from the 3 Million Miles story. And we can view that channel here. And or we can view the story, or we can view the exact channel it came from, which is 3 Million Miles. And the middle seat should also go inside the same channel. It's separate from all the other channels, and it has no relations to the other channels except for being under the same story. So this would be the middle seats. Alright, that was pretty interesting. Wow, he has a great story. Okay. If you wanted to add a link, I didn't mention. If you want to add a link to the actual picture or something of the seat on social, or a link to the actual airline that the seat was purchased at, or if you want to include a video of you sitting in the seat, you can do that with the embed feature button or area. Okay, and just as normal, hit add screen. So that's the ability and capabilities and features. You can add documents, files. This is where you can add your whiteboards and anything else you can possibly think of to store it and relate it back to any part of your story. Alright, enough of me. This Uncle G's story here. I just created the box where we could, manufacture and store and manipulate and dive deeper to share and execute and revive the story. That's all. But computer world modeling started so we could solve problems like this, and this is the brother software to the sister slice feed. And from here, you wouldn't believe, but we opened up a hosting company service, and that's available nationally, and as you would imagine, worldwide. We also have our quick design service. So, and that is separate from this video, but it was established and built through these same processes of building up Grant Cardone's story. So we got cold nuts and middle seats inside. $3 million.
On the airline so that you can actually use them.
He put that in there. Oh, he just put FAA in it. Hey, it's part of his story. I let him tell it. So we can go click on cold nuts to get back. In this navigation at the top of the screen, we just been using the detailed view navigation. So this is that is not a part of the $3 million. Oh, that is a part of the $3 million coach seats. Wow. That's cool. Gotcha. Mr. Cardone. Gotcha. It's a good thing, huh? So we can just... Now, if I want the password protected or add a video, you can even add an embed video here. Google search likes it here because the videos are at the top of the fold of the screen when you land on the page. So you can add a video up there before the name. So and what an amazing story. I've never had a quick response, but Google let me know one of these pages that the video wouldn't be ranked or recognized because it was showing up too late or low on the page. So within the same day, I just made an edit and put it at the top, and I hit the button to tell Google I made the changes, and they sent maybe the robots back out, and within the 10 or 20 minutes they approved of the change and said it was good. So that's a cool thing, cool note for you. So did we get that in there? Yeah, we got that in there, son.
Again.
fantastic, full of stories. Oh, he did. Right, right, right. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Oh, yeah, he just switched up. Talk to us. Okay, that's what that was about. But so that would just go inside story. Oh, oh, is he talking about the 3 million miles still? Oh no. So I'm thinking. Further into it. I'll add it in here. Bird strike. I wasn't, but you dropping it off now. You laying it on your. Let me put this bird strike in here for you. So, if that's not cool enough, let's look at the consumer facing front end. This is what we see as a exploratory user. Cold nuts. We decided to add a video to Grant's Mr. Cardone's story, Cold Nuts. You know, his story goes here. My Cold Nut story goes here. I'm still logged in. I'm gonna go log out. That's pretty cool. So we can see the consumer facing side of the program. Oh, there we go. Log out. Okay. Now we are truly logged out here. Okay. Let's get started. All right. Let's just browse through here. Let's go to Nuts version 1. This is V1. Let's go to Grant Story on V1. Only the title shows. Let's go to story. All right. So we're inside Grant's story on the consumer end, the user facing it. So if we want to view Grant's story from out here, which you don't have to be logged in. We could see 3 million miles, Coach Seat Airlines, he's a marketer, lost that 1.8 billion real estate invested, real estate investor. We could put that inside there if we wanted, business owner. So any of these topics you can dive deeper into to write about threads, 100 threads on each of these topics. And to really get deep, one of these topics could be a client, and each thread can be a subject, and you can write threads on each subject. So we'll get there later. Let's click on one we added data to, which would be the 3 million. So this is what it looks. Let's go until we get here. We'll go back. This is with data. We'll go back. This is one we had data in. Okay, so let's look as a speaker. We didn't add any data, so it's blank. But, and that's for the rest of them. But in the 3 million miles coach seats, we did add 4 pieces of data here. Middle seats, bird strikes, cold nuts, and FAA. So if we click on one of these without data in it, like the bird strike has no data in it, it would be the first view. It would just be the title, keeping them track of information as we expected. And over here we could get back to Grant's story, and then we could get back to the individual channels in the story, and here we can get back to these individual screen pages inside of the channel. So let's go back to these screens and click on one that has data, which is the cold nuts. We went ahead and added a video, a YouTube embed, drag and drop from the internet. It's Mr. Beast, cold nuts. This is where your story could go, and your video if you want, or let's say a Twitter tweet, or a TikTok video, or an Instagram photo, or a Google map, or a live video, whatever you want. And if you want to password protect this page, you have the ability to do that also. We'll password. Yeah, you can add the link, clickable link, if you wanted to refer to another page. Let's add the password edited, edited, so you could find this page globally, and as long as you know the edited password, until we change it or remove it, you can access this page, so that we don't. Let's go give a demo. Let's give a demo for you. Let's do a demo on middle seats. Let's password protect, man. No, it's not. Password protected. Let's go for. We'll click on it. So for you, if you want a little corporate privacy or company privacy. You can password protect your data. Let's go to middle seats. So right now it's unprotected, it's public. No password required. You got one view. Okay, now let's go back and let's see the same password protected this time. So we'll add the password here. Since logged in here. Oh, wait. There we go. There. Cool. Alright, save it there. Come here. Now, if we click on it, we'll have to add our password to do it. Let's try that out. It's requiring an infrastructure password, and you have to know it in order to access the password protected data. So let's enter it. You also have an opportunity to add a link where someone can click and get automatic access. Let's see. Alright. Infrastructure password entered. And we're in. There you go. Password protected. Now, you say, where's the password protected data? Let's add some data to protect. Introduction. With no password, introducing the page. We know this was a Grant Cardone business systems input. This is the advanced user side. So below you see hello. Hello, I am the information for this password protected page. That is there. And let's see here. Alright. We enter. And that introductory is now gone. And we've been in granted access to the password protected side. Now let's continue. Get back. We'll see. Add some no code. I am here. This is in the no code section. We'll update it. Now, let's see. No code. No code is hidden. So if we added something to no code, let's see if it shows up when we enter the password. Oh, let's enter the wrong password. Oh, bad characters. Wrong password. Not found. But let's enter the right password. Okay. And for VIP. This is queen in bed. Okay. Let's see. The data. Let's see if we can keep the data password protected here. Where's the data? Let's go directly to it. We got the hello here. Nothing else showing. Let's see. Do we have the data? Password protected. The data. That is the password protected data. There you got it. So if you want to use this, you still can have password protected data. You set the password. Kind of like a Zoom meeting or a Google Drive password, something like that. Alright, so we left the Mr. Cardone video. And that would be the end. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you want to check out Grant's story outline, the link is in the description. And if you want to use Make Bands, you can sign up and register and start your story. And if you want to use it for other reasons, such as other business cases or research, you can sign up the same way.